Hey,
Hey, he
I'm
around
I'm
18
not
years.
surprised how long you've been in the league and so many teams. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, yeah. I picked him off, but I picked off a younger version of Ryan. This older version of Ryan actually is pretty damn good, and he can flat out play. Don't forget the guy got benched in Miami for winning too much. So that tells you a lot about him and where he's at. And he's in the top. Hey, believe this or not, he's in the top five, top six in QBR and completions in the last 3 years of his career. He's got better. It's like wine. He's getting better. But I got something that I feel. As much as I know Ryan is gonna help us win and he's gonna be that guy, sometimes in football it's all about the story. I feel a Kurt Warner type story happening with Tyler Heineke. I just feel if Ryan Fitzmagic miss just 1 or 2 games, he'll never get his job back again. I feel that Tyler Heineke would get in there and really become Kurt Warner of the Washington football team. Yes, the guy that comes out of nowhere that was bagging groceries that turns into a Hall of Famer. I gotta feel it.
How does that OG title make you feel to know that you had made an imprint into this fan base and things like that?
Oh, that's what it make you feel. Oh, you used to look at the guys like B. Mitch and Doc Walker, you Sonny Jurgensen's, and you like, man, they played and they was a part of historic teams, and all of a sudden, we didn't have any history. I think we brought a different energy to the city, and just having the luxury of playing with Sean T
God
and
damn it! I forgot my
playing with
mic was on
Santana,
again.
myself, Marcus, Christian. I think the guys, Snoop, those
Oh
guys
man,
like
let's go
in
ahead and
that
get into it. Yes,
community
sir.
meant so much. Even the
Yes,
unsung heroes, the Mike
sir.
Sellers, the Rock
I'm
Cartwright,
glad I don't be saying nothing with
uh,
my mic on.
the Kerry Campbells.
Y'all just be hearing
Uh,
breathing.
the list goes on. The people that was just
Let me
embedded
go
in
ahead
the
and change this
community,
thing up real quick.
and
Um,
that meant
I gotta hit some people up because I got some things that's old to me. Some things that's old to me right now. Hold on. Boom. All right, here we go. Ooh, this thing looking crisp. This thing looking crisp. Where this come from? I don't know. This don't look like the regular. This thing look a little crisp right now. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and add in um third man. This thing looking crisp right now, bro. Hey, how much right? How much those little ring lights cost?
It was a Christmas gift my father bought, so I don't know.
Oh, you stole it? Or he gave it to you?
It said it was a Christmas gift. He bought it for
Yeah, no,
Christmas.
I'm saying, did you steal it from the person he was giving it to, or you actually it was for you?
But it was for me, clearly for situations like this, bro. He know I do the podcast. He know about Trap or Die, baby.
Oh, all right, that's what's up. I was just making sure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know.
Nah,
I
bro.
thought you had other purposes. Because I know my girl. She do like events, and it's usually like dealing with like makeup and I'm saying beauty events. So I didn't know what you was
Oh no,
on.
I'm not. No, 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 no beauty events on this side, baby.
All right, yeah, living up to that ugly name. All right. Dang, this thing still don't work. I gotta figure out what's going on with this stream. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Trap or Die podcast, provided to you by 214 Media. I am your host, Molly Maul, Henny Maul, Hen Dog Maul.
Bro, you are
But right
ugly,
now I'm
bro.
starving Maul, fucking hungry Maul. Rye and Nick is in this zone. Nick is disrespectful, eating in our face, bruh. Knowing that Rye and myself and Rick, who is not on, I actually forgot. I think his hours changed with his work hours, so he may actually not even be on tonight. But this man Nick is eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich in our face, knowing that Ryan and I cannot eat until Friday. Ryan,
That's
how you
crazy.
hanging? How you hanging in over there? You all right? You doing okay? You surviving, bro?
Bro, I'm just, what I mean, trying to knock it down, big dog. That's all. Just
I had mine,
taking it an hour at a time. That's all I can
bruh.
do.
I had mine at 3:30, so I'm about to save my last one before I start the hog style. So after this, joint, I'm gonna have my 8 o'clock drink, do the hog style. I'm getting the fuck off, going to bed, bro. I don't
Did
want,
did the last
I don't
one?
want to
Did you
be
go
up
right
for
to
none of
sleep
these
after the
hours,
last
bro.
one, or was it like really making you sleepy?
No, I didn't go right to sleep after the last one. To be honest with you, that was the hardest one to drink. Not like in terms of taste. Like I don't mind like cayenne pepper. I'm used to that stuff. Like hot spice, heat, that's cool. But it just felt heavy. If that makes sense. Like it was hard for me to drink, so it took a little minute. What's going on, Jerry? So, question before we even get into things, bruh. I was sending out the promo for the tweet. I mean, that's promo for the tweet. I was sending out a tweet promo for the show, and I came across a Twitter space. Now, we talked about this before in a sense, but not this specific question. It was a good question. I clicked on it. And I was like, I'm interested to see what the topic of the Twitter space was. And it said, hold on, wait, let me look it again so I can get it right. Because I know it's still up there. Do you feel pressure to get married? Do you feel pressure to get married? And it dawned on me because I tell you all, like, I say it jokingly, but my mom be halfway serious. Like, and I get it. I get it. Like, if y'all know my, like, I don't want my folks to be kind of up there in age when they had their first grandkid, but I know that they be feeling that pressure to have, like, they want me to have that first grandkid, and I know I'm gonna always be blessed. Like, if they want to look out for your boy and babysit or take care of the kid, like, that's all she want to do. She love children, but like for me, I do semi feel pressure, whether it's internal or external pressure to have that kid. But in terms of marriage, Nick, you got married. Now I don't want to ask you in a way that it gets you. You know what I'm saying? Outside of your truth, like I want you to speak your truth on this. But fellas, do y'all feel pressure? Any pressure at all to tie the knot down with somebody?
I would say so. I mean, in some ways, I mean, I think not necessarily pressure from anybody else, but I feel like pressure for me because I would like to be. Uh, I'm not trying to be 40, trying to have kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm 32, about to be 33 in September. So I mean, I think about
Oh,
it
you only
for
33?
sure.
Thought you were older.
I'm
30's like
32, bro.
30's 37, but all right.
I'm 32, bro. Chill out. Um, but yeah, definitely some things I think about. I would really like to be married to somebody before I start trying to have kids,
Yeah.
ideally. But that's always not the way things go for certain people. But I mean, it's definitely something I think about for sure. But not pressure from anybody else, nah. But
What your
more so for
parents be
myself.
saying? Like, do they ask you
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you
Most of
saying?
my dad and grandparents outside, but it's nothing like I feel pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Alright,
Nothing like that.
alright.
They
Well,
definitely
Nick,
they
how about
definitely make
you? Uh,
little jokes here and there.
Now, Nick, how about you? Now I know your situation. You were with, I guess you were with your wife now. I didn't want to say her name on here, but I got to do a better job at not saying people's names. But you with your wife for it's 2022. Y'all got married last year. 10 years before y'all got married.
Yeah, we got together 2010, October.
2010. All right, 2010. Did you start feeling pressure? Like, I mean, clearly we know that was a girl, that was the lady you was gonna marry. But like, did you start feeling pressure before you did it, or did it just like dawn on you one day, like, yeah, it's time?
After like year 6, bro, everybody kept asking like, "Oh, when you gonna do it? When you gonna do it? When you gonna do it?" All right. I kind of felt a little pressure, but then at the same time, um, you ready when you ready, bro. That shit like that's a big life decision. So it took me this long. Just gotta, I don't know, because I feel it from both sides. Like when I'm a parent, I see how my parents, you know what I'm saying? Oh, your son or your daughter got a good one. When you gonna lock it down? Because they know ain't shit out here in these streets. Um, so and it's easier to just have one girl than it is to be out here trying to chase hoes. So I see it from both points. But I mean, I felt pressure a little bit, but it
Yeah.
still took me another 4 years to get mentally prepared to get married, bro. That should take a little. That should, yeah.
Take it. Look, it. Now I'm not speaking from experience here. I more so understand what you're saying. I think it's like a mental adjustment knowing that. I put it this way, like in my head, I know like when you make that decision, it's like especially based on like relationships that you've experienced in terms of your aunts or your uncles or your parents, if you've been fortunate enough to be around those, or even any type of relationship, one that where they've been married to this day, or one where you've seen a fracture in a relationship, like you just know when it's ready to, when you're ready to make that move. This is like a huge life decision. Like it ain't no normal relationship no more. And I think
To
that's
be
the
honest though, it's more of a financial thing.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
That's
like
what I asked you, right? I asked you about that part. That's the main thing I asked you. I think when I asked you about the
Yeah,
marriage
I
thing,
remember.
Go ahead, Nick.
Mhm.
yeah, to me honestly, it took me. I had to be there financially. Like I knew I loved the girl, but I'm like, bro, I'm not finna bring somebody into my life, my shit not together. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. And that's being a bad partner on my end. So once I got mentally and financially ready to be married, 'cause I felt like it's a business at the end of
Mental
the day.
maturity was the word I was thinking of. Mental
Yeah,
maturity.
and that too. But it was all financial for me, bro. Like I knew I fucked with Shorty. Um, I knew I wasn't going nowhere, but I had to be financially ready to support me and my wife. I mean, she make money too, though, but it's not like you know what I'm saying. But myself, I want to make sure I can like be a man and like be on man
Mhm.
time for my household,
Mhm.
bro. I ain't trying to be like no skirt, like you know what I'm saying. So it come down
I
to
get it.
bread, bro. So I feel like when y'all get ready, y'all gonna be Gucci because y'all already there. Y'all gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in y'all careers and shit. So it's once y'all get to that point mentally where y'all ready to do whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, I get it. I'm pretty sure it's nerve wracking. What's going on, Merle? Merle mentioned if you get married before, if you get married before you do. All right,
What?
I'm gonna just say it. Maybe I'm just not reading it right. So he said if you get married before you do, put your assets in a trust to protect yourself. Do it a year before you get married. All right, so I see what he's saying now.
Oh yeah,
If you get
yeah.
married before you do, put your assets in a trust to protect yourself. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
invest LLC, baby. We got that already before the marriage. Got to be
I
smart, cuz.
respect. I respect that. Um. All right, yeah, I get it. Like I'm nervous, bro. It was just a question that popped in my head when I or saw on my timeline as I got ready for this show. It is interesting. It's always a concept. We getting up there in age. We ain't old, but we all getting up there in our adult life.
100%.
So, it's always something worth thinking about. Uh, so yeah, that's where we at, fellas. We had a slew of activity this weekend. Sunday was very eventful. I was one who, first off, I'm sorry. I know we were about to get into it, but Nick, you started working out with the fellas this week. You started working out with the fellas this week. Um, did you feel like 2 days in that you weren't where you thought you would have been starting off? Like, did you think this was going to be? I'm not gonna say easy. Nothing's ever easy, but like, did you feel like you wouldn't have felt the way you feel now, or is this anticipated uh post recovery type of situation?
Um, to be honest, bro, I thought I was gonna feel worse. Like I thought I was gonna feel like cold shit. But I feel decent, bro. Like after not working out, like with somebody telling me my workout plan for since Morgan,
Mm,
I'm cool, bro. Like I don't not work out at all. I still be working out. I just
yeah,
don't work out with all of that. With all the like
that's
with
good. How often do you work out? Like a week? You still do LA
um
LA Fitness?
yeah, I go to LA. I just be hooping though, so I just get like cardio in. I try to, you know what I'm saying,
Uh,
keep my weight down, but I don't really do weights no more
so you
because
can eat all that pasta.
no, I don't do weights no more because one, I don't want to buy new clothes, um, and like I for some reason I bulk up quick and then my shit looks stupid. Um, it's a whole thing, bro. It's a whole
Okay.
thing. So I don't really try to lift. I guess I could do lightweight, high reps, but I mean shit's stupid. Especially by yourself, it's stupid by yourself. So yeah, I never had that motivation to just like continue to keep lifting. But now, you
All
know what
right.
I'm saying, that I'm in there with Ali, he cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
You're
come
gonna be
down.
surprised some of the things you can do. Like when you get like what's the word? When your
Acclimate.
stamina when your stamina starts to improve in terms of your muscle stamina, you'll be surprised some of the shit you can do, bro. Like we was in that motherfucker benching Ooh, benching a lot, squatting a lot. We were doing standing press, whatever the actual term is. We were doing that a lot. Like we were doing a lot of shit, heavyweight. You'll be
Yeah,
surprised, but it's cardio mixed in it too. Like when it's summertime, you came in during the winter. When it's summertime, we outside running sprints. Like we doing a lot of things. So it's gonna catch
talk
you for a
about it.
loop.
Yeah,
The garage.
By March though, I'll be straight though. By March, I'll be
All right,
good.
I respect that.
The
All
sprint.
right, let's get into the games, man. Let's get into the games. Sunday, Chiefs took on the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Rams took on the San Francisco 49ers. Fellas, before we get into our true or false section, overall thoughts on the game. I truly can't believe that. I'm not surprised. I'll put it this way. I'm not surprised the Bengals won. I'm not surprised that the Rams won. I am surprised that the Bengals had to come back down 18 to win. Like I could have seen all four teams winning Sunday, but for the fact that Cincinnati came back from down 18 to also outscore Kansas City Chiefs in that moment, I think it was 24 to 3. That's fucking incredible, bro. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, bro. Crazy.
Overall thoughts on the game, man.
I think
It's all Ryan's fault. When
why it's all my
when
fault.
Ryan said, "Oh, this game over," 1-0, the game instantly turned around. That's what y'all done
No
though.
bullshit.
They
It
they
really
ain't do
did.
shit.
That's just wild. That's just
They
wild.
ain't
But
do
it's not my
shit since
fault.
then, bro. It is just actually your
Honestly,
fault. You
they
jinxed them.
reverted back into them same Chiefs early on in the season when they just fell flat in certain parts of the game, which is surprising me because it seemed like they had already turned their corner when they, went on the winning streak after they lost to us. But I'm like you, Ma. I'm surprised that the way they lost the game because normally when they got it going, like when the Chiefs got it going, it just didn't look like the Bengals were going to be able to stop. And then the Bengals weren't scoring in the first half. I thought, oh, they're about to run away with this. But yeah, bro, I'm
Even when they scored
shocked.
that touchdown to make it 21-10 before the Chiefs drove down. Even in that moment, I thought the game was still gonna be over. I thought that was a fluke.
I
I
did
thought that was
too.
a fluke touchdown.
Yeah, but somehow, some way, the Bengals defense still becomes opportunistic. Hendrickson started making plays off the edge. I mean, they be getting stops. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really think the Bengals defense was that good to be able to stop them like they were making stops. But I mean, it's credit to them. They won the game. Burrows made plays. I mean, I still don't think they should have beat us, but at the same time, they deserve to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's the important part. They deserve it. They earn that shit. You know what I'm
They
saying?
deserve to be there. They won.
Yeah. So that first half, the Kansas City Chiefs total 292 net yards. So clearly on pace for 500. 4 for 4 on third down. And then obviously the 21 points should have been 24. 3 for 4 in the red zone. And then you have the Bengals only scoring having 150, and then obviously the 10 points. A lot of those yards actually came on that drive where they had the touchdown. And then you get to the second half, and Jesus Christ, the Kansas City Chiefs has only 83 total net yards on 31 plays. 83 total in the second half, and the Bengals have 165, converting 4-7 on third down, 57%. And where was the turnovers? I thought they had the turnover listed here too. I can't find it, but he had one
So
interception.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. Y'all don't bet first half like I do, but Kansas City is probably one of the best first half teams in the game. Like that whole streak they went on, they was cooking in the first half, and then they'll fizzle out in the second half. So I kind of figured once Ryan said, I was like, bro, don't sleep, bro, because they're not good. They're not good in the second half. And I feel like it's because Mahomes, he sees that cover two, and he just starts getting tired of it, bro. He just starts trying shit. He like a little kid, bro. Like he can do well for a little bit of time, like first half, dink, dunk, whatever, blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, he started trying to be out here
Yeah, he does a
wilding,
lot.
bro.
Does a lot of stuff off schedule. when he
Yeah,
started trying to attack all
I'm
the.
like, bro, just Drew Brees it
That
down the
yes.
field.
It was two things that really messed up. Now I agree with you overall. The two things that really messed him up was that one before the half, that last play we only got 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
in
definitely.
retrospect, I'm cool with them running the play because I didn't know it took them like 4 plays. I mean, excuse me, 4 seconds to run the previous play. Like it took them only 4 seconds to run it. So I get the idea. Like be quick, get the ball out, all that. And it's like I know there's no way in hell coaches did not tell him or remind him, hey Pat, if you don't see it, throw it away. Like I
He
know
threw
they
it.
said something about that.
He
And
threw
this
it in the
man
flats.
danced around and then found Tyreek Hill in the flats and threw it to him. That's the first thing. And then the last one, right going into the game tying or potentially game winning drive, you lose your team 15, 20 yards and fumble because you couldn't find nobody in the end zone. Like, you had one opportunity on that play to find a guy streaking over the middle of the field. He popped open for like 2 seconds, and you were actually still in the pocket. And once you missed him, you started panicking. And what is the point of you panicking when you can just live for another down or even keep your team in better field goal range? I would have fucking died laughing. I lied. I probably would have been even more pissed because it was just so stupid for you to lose that. If he missed that field goal, that would have said a lot about um, just the magnitude in which Mahomes fucked up. Like he saved him. They got down the field, kicked that field goal, tied it up, went to overtime. But at the end of the day, the awareness and just the mentality to always trying to keep plays alive, that's the good and that's the
Yeah,
bad of it. Like that's
I understand.
the terrible side of it, bro. That's
That's
the
what really
terrible
got him in
side of
trouble,
it.
bro. Being himself. I mean, that shit works sometimes, like you said, sometimes it don't. The zigging and zagging, sometimes he able to shake him off and fire a TD pass in the end zone, but it did not work out. And that's
Yeah,
just what you said. It's good and the bad. Got to deal with it because I'm sure he's not going to change.
absolutely. So let's get into a true or false right quick, and then we'll swing to the Rams game. Um, the Chiefs choke now for context, and I'll be quick with mine. Uh, actually, you know what? I don't want to influence y'all at all, so I'll just say it. The Chiefs choking is more of a coincidence this week and not a product of Andy Reid's coaching history. So I'll say it one more time. The Chiefs choking is more of a coincidence and not a product of Andy Reid's coaching history. Is that true or false, in your opinion?
I was gonna bring that up, but I don't think it's Andy's fault though, bro. It's literally one stupid play on my man. Oh no, bro. He had a couple dumb throws, bro. He threw him out the game. In the second half, he just literally threw them boys out the game. That's not really Andy's fault. You know what I'm saying? Donovan wasn't that good anyway. He just handed the ball to Westbrook, so you know what I'm saying? You know about that.
Oh,
But
so you dating it back to Philly? That's what you talking about?
that's his
Yeah, coaching
history.
history.
That's his history.
Yeah, coaching history.
Full
So
NFC
for what it's
championship.
worth, I'm about to say, yeah, for what it's worth, he went to the NFC title game 4 times in Philly. He won it 1 time. And then obviously he went 4 times with Kansas City and won it twice. So the history behind Andy Reid and his playoff, accolades is that he loses in those big games. So that's kind of where the context comes around.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say true. And call it a coincidence. Like you said, the last 4 years, he's won that game twice. Um, you can date back to the days in Philly and say, yeah, he only won out of four. But at the same time, if you look back at those games, like you can point to certain reasons that did not that that really don't point to it being Andy Reid's fault to why they didn't make all those NFC Championship games a success. But um, and in reference to this game that just passed, like if you look back to certain things in that game, it's a totally different outcome. Like, who's to say what happens if the Chiefs get points on that drive at the end of the first half? Do they come out on top? And they got the ball right out of the half. So it's definitely a little demoralizing going to the half like that without getting points and expecting to get points on that drive. Um, I'm gonna stay true because I got a lot of faith in Andy, and I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be able to be back in the same position if they add a couple more pieces. I feel like they need another receiver, if you ask me. But
So Merle mentioned Andy should have called more running plays. Andy loves to throw the ball. Fair enough. For me,
I think that's
my
a
response.
How we
Mahomes.
know Mahomes not checking out of it?
I'm about to say, I think that might be Mahomes, bro. I mean, not even checking out of it, but I think it's the effect of having Mahomes as your quarterback. Like it's like, well, we got Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that might play into his play calling too. Like maybe he got that
But
much trust in him, but
McKinnon though, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He be getting off,
He was
bro. Like
cooking.
Slim nice.
Yeah.
Well, out of
I mean, he
Georgia.
always been nice, but that
Yeah.
injury is what fucked him up. That ACL jump.
always.
But yeah, like I said, I understand where Merle is coming from because I still got the game book up. So McKinnon in the first half, he had, I can tell you right now, McKinnon had 12 carries. No, that's the final stats. Let me go ahead to the first half. Here we go. McKinnon had 6 carries for 32 yards in the first half. The Chiefs overall had 12 carries for 72 yards in the first half. The second half, you had McKinnon again having 6 carries for 33 yards, and a total of 12 carries for 67 yards with the Chiefs. The thing is, though, McKinnon was averaging 5 yards a carry in the second half, and he had 5 yards a carry in the first half. Like it's the fact that he was feeling himself. He was feeling good. Clyde Edwards had 4 carries for 28 yards. So I get where you're coming from in the sense of being able to run the ball more. But I think the thing is to flat out answer it. I think it's true. We got to understand, Ryan, you kind of talked about it, the teams in Philly and how they kind of stack up with the teams in Kansas City. I don't think they compare well. And secondly, you're talking about a quarterback and Patrick Mahomes and then a quarterback in Donovan McNabb. And that's no disrespect to Donovan McNabb, but Donovan McNabb is not a top 3 quarterback in his era. He wasn't even a top 5 quarterback in his era. He was a top 10 at times, but you had a more complete team in Philadelphia, which is fine, but not the strongest offensive teams. But at the same time, you're talking about Kansas City, who has the best quarterback, and also he's playing the most important position. Like he can kind of control your destiny if you keep the ball in his hands. You can kind of control the outcome, the outcome of games if he's consistently putting you downfield and scoring points. And that's kind of where the differences kind of lie for me when it comes to this being a coincidence and not part of Andy Reid's history. Also, we got to take into account the Philadelphia Eagles never had double-digit leads to blow to begin with. They never had that in these situations. Andy Reid's teams would get smoked, or I sliced it just to prove my point. I'm gonna take it back. Andy Reid's team struggled. Like they weren't. Matter of fact, they did get smoked twice. Because I had to look it up. They got smoked twice in championship games with the Philadelphia Eagles. You're not getting smoked with the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. That's not gonna happen. He's not. It's
So
not gonna.
I got
It's
a
not
question
possible.
though. Who's to blame for all the slow second halves? Because this isn't the first time it happened. I would have to go through the season and see how many of them they have. But it's not the first time it's happened.
Well, the issue is, Nick. To finish this off right quick though. Yes, I think it's a coincidence. You've never been in position to blow an 18-point lead with Patrick Mahomes in a championship game. This is the first time it's happened. And they went to 4 straight title games. Like that in itself tells you it's a way better and different situation than the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick, to answer your question, the thing is, it's not always been about second half and slow starts in second half. They've also had slow starts in the first half too. It's been what you saw in that championship game was a living example of what they've been through the entire game. The entire season. Even when we had Marlo on, and I told you all about the game when Washington played the Chiefs. What happened? We got off to a 13-10 lead first half, and we weren't the first team to do it. It was multiple teams, like the Browns game. I think that was the opener. The Browns got off to a huge lead because Kansas City started off slow. Same thing with the Bills. Bills got off to a huge lead, finished the game. They smoked Kansas City. So it's not always been about the second half. They literally just had slow starts, whether it's the first or second half, and it's gotten them in trouble. So for me, I don't know what it is. I do know at one point in that first half of the season, especially, teams were playing Mahomes differently. They were forcing, I think they were keeping everything underneath him, and they was forcing him to, like you said, to cover 2. But also they had situations where they just weren't letting anything, obviously playing more cover 3 too, and 2-man. I think I think it was 2-man too. I forgot what it was. The one, it was one specific coverage that was slowing Patrick Mahomes down because it was forcing him to be patient and take the underneath, and he wouldn't do it.
2-man and
So that,
cover two shit.
yeah. So that's what was getting him in trouble, and he just couldn't beat it. He was not that patient, and that's kind of where the crux of his whole 2021 season lied, is him being patient, and it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Okay. Merle mentioned Mahomes was playing sandlot football. What was he? Yep, absolutely. And then
That's how you play.
Bengals rushed 3, dropped 8 to take away the pass. That's why you run the ball. What's going on, Alex? My bad. I ain't even speak to you. What's going on, Alex? All right, so let's go ahead and talk to the Rams game. Now, what's even worse is the Shanahans. I said the Shanahans like it's like Mike's still there. The Shanahan. Fellas, Kyle Shanahan has blown much more leads than Andy Reid's teams recently in the spots that he's been in. He blew a 10-point fourth quarter lead against the Los Angeles Rams this past week. And this ain't the first time that he's blew a lead. Like Super Bowl, y'all are up X amount of points against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then you can't forget the infamous 28-3 game against the New England Patriots. You're up 25 points in a huge game like that.
What was the
and
first
you find a
game
way
you
to blow
said,
that
Mo?
game. Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. You're up at that game. I think you were up 10 at that point too in the second half, fourth quarter, I think. And you blow that lead. So I think if there's anything indicative of a person capable of blowing leads with his clock management or his play calling, it is that guy. It's Kyle Shanahan. Fellas, what do you think about the Rams game?
That's tough, bro. It's hard to really say because you date back to the past games. He was OC, Atlanta, losing the Super Bowl by up 10, 28-3 one. I'm sure that one got that hurt. Yeah, I think he's just learning lessons for Shanahan, bro. I mean, it's rough, bro, because I really think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coordinator, but clearly he does not really know how to manage the games when having the lead. Know how to manage the game when you up. And I don't know, he tends to go away from the things that's been working, and I don't know what the problem is. I can't really tell you what the situation. As far as the game, I think the Rams still should have blown them out. The Rams shot themselves in the foot early with Matt Stafford throwing that pick on the goal line. I don't even think the Niners really should have been up that much in the game. I think the Rams are a better team, and they showed that when they won. Stafford made plays when he needed to, made key throws on third down, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, dimes. Especially one specifically, I think throwing that 3rd and 6, I think, or 3rd and 3, the Cooper Cup off the slant. I mean, one place he put it right there.
That shit was beautiful.
Down.
I think that was the game. That was the game to go ahead drive, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was the one that they needed. And man, shout out to Matt Staff. I'm glad he's going to the bowl. I think they're going to take it all. If you ask me, I ain't want to jump the gun already. I didn't know if he was going to ask that later on, but yeah, bro, that's what happened.
Let's see.
I go, bro. I think the game was what I thought it was going to be, bro. Matt Stafford was going to throw a pick on the goal line. Knew that was going to happen.
You did not know that was going to happen, bro.
Come on, bro. That's his MO, bro. That's what he do.
No, you talk about pick sixes. That's all you talk about.
He only throw pictures on his goal line. So you seen the jump in the Baltimore game, bro. Did the jump right to 48, bro, on the out route. It was he's about to throw another one, but I wasn't surprised at Matt Stafford. I was shocked he only threw one pick. Jimmy G was who I thought he was. I do think if the 49ers
for what it's worth, Stafford definitely should have thrown like 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Dropping one in his hands.
Oh my God, 4 or 1?
Tart,
bro. Bruh, he threw a punt just cause it's about to jump, bro.
Yeah, he feel that. Yeah,
that's worse. I don't know which pick was worse. If Ramsey joint was worse, I think his was worse than Ramsey, bro. Ramsey had a pick 6.
I don't even think he realized that John was about to just smack him in the. I don't know, bro.
Rick Rammond, this nigga, bro.
Nah, I think Tarjan was worse because
we going, baby.
It had air on it and everything. They ain't cover, so that's all that matters, bro. I think Jimmy that Stafford Jones was worse, bro. Because ain't no way you don't catch that, bro. You work on that every day in practice, cuz. High
Well,
point the
Jimmy.
ball and go to the crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So what y'all think about um Jimmy G's prospects in the offseason? What's the best fit for that man? Because he said he's trying to go to a winning situation.
He was in one. What more? What
Yeah,
more? Can he do?
you
He definitely was in one, but
but
now
you
his
know
time
what's
is
about
up
to
though.
happen. Yeah, I'm about
Yeah,
to
his
say the
time
Niners
up.
ain't about to retain him. They about
He
to go
come.
ahead and make that
He need to
move.
go. He need to go somewhere where he got everything.
He need to go
He need to go
somewhere.
somewhere where he got
Well,
everything. And
Nah, he
well,
need to go somewhere with a new look and a new
Titans,
feel,
bro.
at nigga.
like Washington
What?
Titans.
Commanders.
Titans. He
New
got an
team,
offense
new
and a defense. You know
QB.
what I'm saying? It's a full
Hey
team.
Nick, you
No,
trying
why would
you trying to end
why
your day
would
on the
we
They
stream
about
be?
to get
early?
rid of Tannehill.
Nah, bro.
Hey, bro, don't do that, bro. We not getting
Tannehill
rid of
definitely gone,
Tannehill.
but they're
Not
not
for
gonna get rid of G.
I'm just
Garoppolo.
saying, it's definitely a potential. It's definitely potential, right?
They're
No, it's
not.
not
They're not.
Can
They're
potential.
not.
Garoppolo
They,
do the
Why
same thing
would,
Tannehill do in that
bro? We
offense?
exactly. So why would we change?
they,
Is
No,
Rap
it's
moving in slow
Tannehill.
motion on everybody's screen right now?
Somebody. No, that's
nah.
you.
Nah, this is you.
I told you about that spectrum, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on with you,
I'm
but
moving slow.
yeah, he definitely moving slow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Move
I'm moving
again,
fast on
bro.
my
Little
screen.
grainy camera.
That must
Eric,
be
put
y'all
your
screen.
hand. Put your hand on your
My joint
forehead,
moving
bro.
fast.
Dakota about to spaz.
Yeah, she is.
Bruh,
Hey, but
Dakota,
nah,
I'm about to fucking DDT your ass.
replacing
Wow.
Garoppolo with Tannehill would be stupid. Tannehill already know the offense. They're basically the same player. If anything, Tannehill might be a little better than Garoppolo.
Oh, Alex said the bookies have the Steelers as the odds to play with for next year.
That's cool.
They said Harbaugh
Dakota.
going back to Michigan.
Huh?
Oh, it's official? I thought he was doing Minnesota.
Nah, it just came across my screen.
Oh, all right. That's what's up.
That's
He
smart.
said it ain't make sense. You know what I'm
That's smart.
saying? He's just staying for another year. He gonna go back. He gonna go back to the league next year.
Jimmy G definitely coming to the East Coast, and he about to come to DC, bro. I don't know.
I
Don't even
said
think about
New
nothing
Orleans. I thought New
No.
Orleans would make sense for him.
No.
New Orleans
That would
would be
make
a nice
sense.
little
Dennis
situation.
Allen, yeah, I'd be him. That's a good situation. Winning situation
Ron,
too.
it is a great situation, but not. Well, I don't know who they're gonna keep on that roster though, because you know they like
I'll be
under the
back.
salary cap hell. They ain't like salary cap hell. So I don't. To be honest, I want him to come to DC. To be honest,
Why?
because he suck.
I knew you was going to say
That's
that.
why, bro. He suck, bro. So
Absolutely.
if he
We can
come,
show the world. We can show the world who he really is.
yeah, bro. He not
First of
good.
all, Jimmy
What?
G is an average, is a slightly teetering the line between average and maybe a little above average. That's where he is.
Bottom 20.
And regardless, Jimmy G is better than what they got on their roster right now. Jimmy G better than Heineke.
I believe that.
For sure better than Heineke.
He's better because he's in a
For
better
sure better than
situation, bro.
Heineke.
That is very
You can't
true.
really evaluate. You
You
can't
gotta
really
think
evaluate.
about it, bro. He was one of the best offensive
You
coaches.
put exactly.
You put
Exactly.
Heineke
You
over
put him
there, I
on the
bet you
goddamn. Put Heineke with the 49ers, bro. He gonna look probably the same, bro. If not better, who knows?
Who?
No.
Who knows? But I'm saying his situation is way better, bro. You be saying
Marv,
the same thing,
bro,
bro.
you
If
need to go ahead,
Garoppolo was playing for
get
the
you a
Skins.
commander joint. Marv,
Yeah, you need a commander jump, Ma.
with the new.
I like the hoodie
logo.
that I got now.
We are the
Nah,
commanders.
Y'all
The commander.
man,
Hey, what was that video? Cuz was like
That team not in the league no more, Mo.
that's a retro jump. Instant.
That's the hell it is,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a retro joint, bro.
Instant retro,
Nah,
bro.
they not in the league no more, bro.
Yeah, is the Oilers still in the league? The Oilers are still in the league. Yes,
No,
they
the
are.
Oilers
But he
not
don't got no
in the league.
Oilers shit though.
They changed their name. They changed their name, but they still in the league.
Right, you can
All they did was change their name.
You got Oilers hoodie, right?
I don't know
You
what that
don't?
is.
Okay.
He don't need. First off,
Yeah,
Rod
see?
don't need an Oilers hoodie. Rod don't need an Oilers hoodie,
Why
bro.
don't he?
Nigga from
Why don't
Maryland.
he?
Like he don't need no Tennessee. He don't
don't
need no
matter. He's still a
Tennessee
Tennessee
gear.
fan.
He also need no Houston
About
gear.
to say, Marlo, you know
No,
what he's
bro.
talking about.
I
That
do,
doesn't make
bro.
sense.
I'm
I don't need
saying
the gear of the
Houston
team that I play
Oilers
for.
migrated to Tennessee, bro. Are there still people in the NFL that has St. Louis Ram jerseys? I mean, excuse me, not people. I'm saying, are there still fans of the NFL who has St. Louis Ram jerseys?
Whoever has St. Louis Rams jersey wear it outside shouldn't be.
Don't answer this question, right? I seen the video earlier today.
What video are you
I don't
talking
even
about?
know. I don't even know what video you're talking about.
Okay,
here's
whatever.
here's my here's my here's my one
There's a
point
video of the
because
guy. He had all the Rams jerseys. He had on 8 Rams jerseys, all the different ones that they had. It came out like
That's not my point. My
today
thing
or
is you
yesterday or
shouldn't be
something like
wearing
that.
St. Louis
He
Rams
was just showing
jerseys
all.
to the game.
He was just showing all his jerseys.
all right, see now you get it. This still say
It's
Washington,
like
so I
nah,
don't
but
even get the point.
it's cool for the little retro stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. But listen though, I think so. Alex thinks that Jimmy G is going to the Steelers. I personally think that it would make sense for them to pick up. It would make sense for them to pick up Pittsburgh. I mean, pick up Jimmy G. But I think the problem is who's going to take Jimmy G at his contract. Who's going to offer that restructured deal? Because if y'all remember, that's kind of how Alex got to Washington. He was on a contract number that wasn't, beneficial to him or to Washington in the sense that he was on a 1-year deal, but also the money was kind of different. So they restructured that junk, got him over here on a negotiated deal and got him. So who's going to restructure that contract? Who is he going to extend with? I think that's kind of an important thing that also we as in Washington fans or just fans of other teams aren't really taking into account is that
Washington Commanders. You got to put some respect in that name, bro. We Washington Commanders.
Yeah, Ma, you do. And I just changed our name too, bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
You got at least
you gotta put that out
there.
there.
Yeah, for sure. Washington.
You gotta say Commanders,
sure, Washington.
Commanders.
Commanders.
Don't even say
Anytime you say Washington, bro, just say Commanders afterwards, Nick.
It's gonna take some time.
Yeah,
it's gonna take some time.
I believe Jimmy G is a great fit for
it's the first day.
Though. For the Commanders,
it's the first day officially being named the Commanders, even though we knew for a little bit. It's gonna take some time, bro. But listen,
I have extra hours.
Shut up. But listen though, I want him to go to the Saints because, like Bryce said it before, Dakota distracted me. Dennis Allen, man. If there was anybody who can kind of navigate a situation like that, given the fact that he's been on that team for a while, it can be Dennis Allen. He gets his second opportunity, or he would have his second opportunity as a head coach. Understand that the cap situation is messed up. He may be given a little bit more time than he should have. Who knows? But if you can get Jimmy G in that situation where all you need is to plug in a competent quarterback to go with the defensive pieces you already have, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you take over the NFC South because Tom is gone. Carolina ain't got nobody. Who the fuck? I mean, Falcons, they on their last leg with Matt Ryan. Like, Matt Ryan's about to go soon. Huh?
Arthur Smith out there, though.
I'm about to say, their mom still likes that.
No, we heard him. We heard you. We heard
the quarterback is about to be gone.
Nah, Arthur Smith is a hell of a play caller, though, bro. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, I wouldn't sleep on Atlanta. I'm being for real. You think I'm playing? What they finish this year, Ma? Atlanta.
27 in offense? 27.
No, record, bro. Record.
What did you say?
About 6-7 wins,
bro. Yeah, bro.
You said like 7?
They got about 6-7 wins.
6 or 7.
Let me double check.
Let's look this up, bro. Because he out here talking about these niggas good. These niggas.
No, he got to show Arthur Smith some love. You know how I go. They went 7-10.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, they went 7-10. So the updated odds for today have Tampa. Oh, they got Tampa. Okay.
Huh?
How many games Atlanta won last year? 2? 3?
Are you talking about the year before in 2020?
Yeah. When they drafted Pitts at what? 3, 4? When they drafted Pitts?
Yeah.
Something like that. Let me take a look. They went
4-12
with Dan Quinn and Raheem Morris. Okay. Raheem Morris went 4-7. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. That was Dan Quinn as a head coach too. That boy Arthur Smith, man, you know what I'm saying? I see what you're talking about, right?
I mean, well, Dan Smith also took them boys to the Super Bowl. Really should have won one, but
yeah, come on, man.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for Kyle, you have one. You know what I'm talking
about? Absolutely.
He needed. I'm sorry, bro. If I'm Quinn in that Super Bowl, bro, I'm like, look, bro, you better run this rock. He got to say something to Kyle. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, so talk to me, fellas. Do y'all think Brian Flores coming out against racial prejudice in the hiring process will ultimately end his head coaching career in the NFL?
Probably so.
What do you all think?
He done.
Probably so.
He done.
Because once you draw on that kind of attention, you know, saying the stuff that you're saying, I mean, granted, you know, It could be true. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be hard to prove. It's really gonna be hard to prove. I mean, I know he got certain messages. He said he. I've seen people say. I've seen reports rather that
I
say,
did see the Bill Belichick jump now too. That shit was
I saw that
yeah.
hilarious.
jump.
He also.
Once
I've seen a report also saying that there's other witnesses who have heard uh people in the management asking him to take games for 100K. Um, so I mean, he has certain evidence that I've seen or heard. There's certain reports, but yeah, like once you open up this Pandora's box like this, like it's gonna be hard for a team to want to touch you after that. Like it's just gonna be difficult.
So
I
for
hope it's
those
not
who,
the case, but
Mhm.
you know,
So for those who are unfamiliar with things too, Flores is um, he's created or drafted up a class action complaint against the NFL, New York Giants, Miami Broncos, Denver Broncos. I said Miami Dolphins. My bad. Miami Dolph. Oh my God,
Denver
you get it.
Broncos, Miami Dolphins, bro. God damn.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. Look, if you see the jump, bro, you can see why I'm a little confused. But anyway, part of the complaint includes, sorry, I fucked this up. I double checked and misread the text. I think they are naming Brian Daboll. I'm sorry about that. BB as in Bill Belichick. They list in the complaint Bill Belichick informing Brian Flores 3 days before his interview with the Giants that Brian Daboll had already been selected for the job. Um,
and
and
let me
let's
just
see if I
add
can
one more
have.
thing when you finish, Mal. Just one more
Oh
quick,
no, go ahead
I
say it
don't mean
now
to
because I'm
cut you
about to
off.
scroll through this junk. So go ahead,
Yeah.
you got it.
Let me go.
Yeah, I just want to
'Cause-
say I don't think it's quick. I'm gonna be quick. I don't think he'll get a. Let me just clarify. I don't think he'll get another head coaching job. I think at some point he might be able to get a position coach on somebody's team because you know people. I still think people think of Brian Flores as a high character. People speak highly of him. So I mean, I think there's a chance he could be a position coach or coordinator somewhere for sure at some point. But I don't think no time soon within the next year or two.
So
go ahead.
I'm gonna get through these numbers right quick, Nick, and you got it. So these numbers, the players, they're about 70% black in the NFL, right? And in the complaint, they list the statistics for the number of coordinators and coaches and upper management. So only one of the NFL's 32 teams, which is 3%, employs a black head coach. 4 of 32, which is 12%, employs a black offensive coordinator. 11 of 32, which is 34%, employs a black defensive coordinator. 8 of 32, 25% employs a black special teams coordinator. 3 of 32, 9% employs a black quarterbacks coach. And 6 of 32, 19%, employs a black general manager. Um, Also in this thing, he mentioned Troy Vincent, who is the VP of football, NFL VP of football operations, mentioned that there is a double standard, and we've seen that. And you talk about the appetite for what's acceptable. Let's just go back to Coach Dungy, who was let go in Tampa Bay after a winning season. Coach Wilkes, Steve Wilkes, just a few years prior, was let go after 1 year. Coach Caldwell was fired after a winning season in Detroit. It is part of a larger challenge that we have when we look over time. It's over indexing for men of color. These men have been fired after a winning season. How do you explain that? There is a double standard. I don't think that this is something we should shy away from, but that is all of some things we need to fix in our system. We want to hold everybody accountable for why does one, let's say, get the benefit of the doubt to be able to build or take bumps and bruises in this process of getting a franchise around when others are not afforded the latitude. So go ahead, Nick. I just wanted to get that out with Troy Vincent, what he said recently.
Okay. Great statement by Troy. Know him personally. We go way back. Uh but nah, I
I didn't
think
even
he
know Rick was
done.
in. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. But I'm gonna say he done. And I think the last straw, if he didn't say that they paid him the tank or they offered him to pay him the tank, I think he'd have
I
been
think that's
okay.
crazy, bro.
Because once you snitch on one owner, what's the likely chance you saying it again if you go to like you go to another organization? So I do think he's done in the league. as a whole, bro. Like you can't. The owners, it's only 32 of them. They know each other. They're they probably close. It's like a boys group, bro. They're going to exile him regardless. You know what I'm saying? So just because he said that one little thing, because other owners are probably doing it. I believe that probably happened in Cleveland too with Hugh Jackson, bro. I'm pretty sure it happens to some white coaches as well, but they don't come out and say, "Oh yeah, man, they tried to give me this, they tried to do that." You know what I'm saying? Just keep it under the table. So with him coming out and saying that, puts a like, because what if the Dolphins owner got to sell the team because he out here trying to rig games? Nobody wants to touch
Look,
him as a hot boy because you know what I'm saying. That's nobody want that.
I mean, but if
He
you're
a
not,
rap, bro.
I feel like at the same time, if you're actually not doing anything, you're not paying off players or paying off coaches to throw games and stuff like that. And this is a black coach we're talking about. I mean, I'm accepting. I'm not gonna stay away from him. You know what I'm saying? Because of what he did in another organization. If we're not on that type time as an organization, I don't see why it would be a problem for. If anything, I think it's an opportunity for somebody to, help the face of their organization. Black people not really getting opportunities out here. They have to be perfect to get a job. And, I think an organization could
I mean, shit,
capitalize on
that's what
this.
Washington did.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can capitalize on this situation,
Respectfully,
bro.
I'm
You
a
could be the
fan, but
hardest.
that's what they did.
What you talking about, Molly G?
No, I'm saying respectfully, that's what they did. As in, like, Washington, when they went through all that issue with sexual misconduct
Oh yeah,
and lack of diversity in the building, they hired. And I'm not saying like this was. I mean, it was a direct result. Like you can't avoid that part. But yeah, that's what
right.
they did. They went through that. They said, you know what, we're gonna hire a black general man or black president. And we'll start the tree from there. And we became the most diverse front office and team in the
Because
NFL.
and I could be wrong, but do you all think that this is the most the whole black coach talk has been out in front of people's faces? Like this is the most it's been out in front of people's faces. Do
Yeah, because
y'all
there's never
agree?
been no evidence. Like, because you can't really
Exactly.
prove.
No. They
Um,
Exactly.
started this because of they did this before with the Rooney Rule. That's why they put the Rooney Rule in place.
no,
Right, but he's talking
but
about to this magnitude, like really out
yes,
there
I'm
at
saying
this
to this
point.
level where it is now, like
like
out in front of people's faces. Like, can they dead it? Can they just not? Like, how bad would it look now that it's out in front of people's faces, and now nobody trying to get this man a job? After he been talking about black coaches doing XYZ under the table, paying. I just feel like it's kind of hard to.
All
I mean,
right, so
they the owners,
so
bro. They're 32 owners, but
look at it like this, bro. Say Brian Flores probably not getting another job. He can count that out. He might as well go find him a swag school, MEAC school, and make a difference like Hugh Jackson, Deion Sanders, Eddie George. I think he'll be great, and I think he can probably funnel some good players to the league that way. If you want to be a head coach or a coach in general, bro. He probably get some big D1 schools too if he wanted that. But him going to the NFL ain't happening. So say they do end up hiring black coaches
well, for the
next
record,
year.
he did interview with the Saints after he sent that out.
Yeah,
Like
so he
he
said,
told the Saints that he told the Saints that he was suing the league, and they
and the
still
Texans,
interviewed him.
and the Texans.
He interviewed with the Texans, or he
Yeah,
just interviewed with the Saints.
he said on an interview today he said the Texans and the Saints that he was still what he's about to do before he did it, and they still green lighted it, or whatever.
and they could just be covering their ass. You know what I'm saying? They
But
might
they,
still be like, we're not hiring this
yeah,
nigga. We just going through the process. You feel me? But I hope no. It could be a win.
Man, all the teams doing that, bro. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, because they got to. They got no
it's gonna
choice.
be a win. It's gonna be a win-win. I think it's gonna be a win-win for. I think Flores in the end. I think, just because,
Well,
like
how
I
are you
said, somebody's
defining
going to.
okay?
what is a win? So a win for him.
When I say win-win, I mean him either getting a head coach position, and it sucks that it has to be this way, but if he gets a head coach position simply because the fact that he just outed the NFL in general about how they treating black coaches and how they gotta be perfect. If he still gets a head coach job, I mean that's a win, right? I guess that would be the win-win for him.
All right, so say he gets it. So this going to be the issue. Not a bunch, but a couple of black head coaches get a job, and they're going to say, "Oh, they only got this job because of, they only got their jobs because of what happened with Brian Flores, and not because they're a good coach." So it's going to be a double-edged sword, regardless of what happens next. It's going to be a bad side to it, or it's going to be
still getting people hired.
You got a pity hire, and then say they do get a job, and
get fired the next
they
year.
pull up Hugh Jackson and be
Get fired the
fucking
next year.
9 and he probably went like 4-25 in 2 seasons.
I'm
with the
glad you brought
Browns.
up Hugh because Hugh was in a situation where he actually backed Flores. And to Rick's point about like
He kind of
his
backed off in
when
comments though, Jala.
Oh no, y'all ain't
his
see the interview yet. But I posted in the chat. I think I posted in the chat with Hugh
He was just
on.
on ESPN today too. Like
He was
like
on
a
the
few
he
minutes
was on the
ago.
pivot with Ryan Clark and them. He was talking that shit. He talked. So that's what I told y'all.
I had to go
Watch
watch
it.
that joint.
Yeah, I watched it when I was in the shower. So yeah. But it's a great interview with Hugh, and he talks
thanks for the
about.
information, Nick.
About to say like niggas do not care where you watch the show at.
I care, Nick. I care, Nick.
Appreciate it. Some of y'all gonna wash your ass. That's why I said it. How about that?
He's trying to tell him that you don't have to sit at home all day and watch the sports.
Yeah.
You can get in the shower too.
Hey,
You
hey,
understand?
Rick, Nick tell you been farting in the gym.
Bruh, you
Oh,
wanna know
I
what's
didn't
wild?
I didn't want to get off subject, Nick. I want you to keep going because I was going to take us off subject, but then I was like, nah, let me not do it. We're going to talk about the gym afterwards, but I want you to finish the fucking Hugh Jackson point. I want to hear this.
Yeah. But I feel like say
You say he backed
Well-
off the comments. No. Finish.
yeah,
You
no,
were
he
saying
was
backed off the comments.
he was backing up Brian Flores. He was talking about his time in Cleveland and how it wasn't that good. But the front office kind of made they tried to force him to do certain things like play Baker, do all this other shit with stuff he didn't want to do or stuff he didn't feel like players weren't ready. Like he was saying, I don't know the guy, but he was like, yeah, some guy in Cincy wasn't good enough to play in Cincy, but now that he's in Cleveland, now he's a dog. And they was like, that's not how it works. If you wasn't good there, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna be some shit here too. So he was talking about how they tried to basically pick his team, tell him how he should, run his squad in Cleveland. It's probably why it didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, say a black coach got to come in and be Brian Flores again. Like he can't come in and be some shit. And granted, Mike Tomlin, he been holding it down for 15 years, which is amazing. I don't know how he been doing it.
One black coach.
But nobody, I can't think of no super successful black head coaches. Tony Dungy. Well, I'm talking about like recently. Except for Brian Flores, nobody. I think the dude from the Texans did a decent job of what he had because
David Culley, they fired that man after 1 year, bruh. Didn't give him no sit. Like he didn't even have Deshaun Watson. Like they gave him nothing to win with, and said go ahead and do your thing for a year, bruh. Like
Kevin O'Connell to the Vikes.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh, the head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why Jim Harbaugh he probably didn't get the job. That's why he was like, oh yeah, no. People be fine.
What's up, Ray?
I hope it's not Crystal Light in that jug, and I hope it's water. Because Crystal Light don't work during okay, just making sure. Don't say it like you don't drink Crystal Light in that joint all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure.
I do.
Okay. But it's been water in the last couple of days, right?
Come on, bro. I know the
making sure.
is, baby.
Okay.
Even though, because the only reason I didn't because Mual was complaining the last time I told him I had Crystal Light. My thing is.
Here you go. 0 calories.
It's the
0
same
calories. It's the same thing.
It is. Even though y'all.
I'm not complaining. I'm a fan of Crystal Light. I just haven't had it.
No. Talk about.
I remember what you talking about.
Period.
I think it was during his fast. You said something to him all because he was like,
I can't drink Crystal Light during the.
Oh, you was drinking Crystal Light during your fast?
Yeah, last time.
Oh, okay. Well, you got good memory. I don't remember that shit, but I believe you. I believe you. Okay. So I think when it comes to Flores, bruh, it'll be interesting to see how everything unfolds. And interesting in the sense that I think there will be a resolution. I think another thing that we didn't talk about is just how quickly the league tried to shut things down. I don't think you do anything like that without taking your time to investigate the situation. The NFL didn't do anything to investigate like that. If you think about the time frame in which Brian Flores announced it publicly versus the time frame in which the NFL responded, how do you know that everything that he said was baseless or without merit, as you state? I don't even think you had time to vet anybody. I don't think you had time to do an investigation. And I think that's the thing that's going to get the league in trouble if the lawyers for Flores don't fuck it up. Because apparently I didn't listen to his interview, but apparently I heard they did a bad job on his interview when he spoke this morning. So I don't know where it's going to go, but I also think that the NFL can get themselves in trouble if they continue to speak out like that. Um, and I'm just interested in seeing which team, because I don't think he's done in the league. I'm just interested to see which team steps up to the plate for Flores and says that, we want you here.
You don't think he's done in the league as a head coach?
I don't think so either, bro. I think it's a time for somebody to capitalize. Bro,
I think it's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be easy. Like he may be out this year, right? He may be out. Matter of fact, how many coaching vacancies are still open right now? I'm trying to see.
Houston.
Look, you got Houston.
Is somebody hired in Miami? I think Miami.
Did somebody get hired at Cincy yet? No.
Yeah, Cincy.
Not Cincy. I meant to say Chicago.
I'm not sure.
Hey,
yet.
bro, I don't know why I decided to do this juice and shit, bro. This shit is not it, bro. This shit is nasty. And all this shit.
Okay, so
pause,
here we go.
bro.
I got the list.
Super pause, bro. Super pause, bro. Drinking this stuff, bro, and all this stuff just like, floating around, bro. I don't even let the drink pause, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, bro.
Now I know what you're about to say.
You don't have to say it.
No, I need to vent.
I know what you.
I don't got nobody to talk to, bro. Bro,
I know what you're about
I
to
just
say.
swallow, bro. I don't even let the joint touch my tongue, bro. The joint so
clip that.
nasty, bro.
Clip that, bro. Clip
the
that.
joint so, bro. This shit is so nasty, bro.
Hey, he tried to put the juice in the camera.
This joint so nasty, bro.
He put the juice in the camera. Said, "Hold on, bro. Let me be
joint
specific,
so
dog."
nasty,
Oh
bro.
my
This shit is so
god,
nasty.
bro.
Bro, all this shit y'all see right here, bro. All this shit be floating around, bro. I be having to go. Motherfucker just throw that joint back like a shot, bro. This shit trifling, bro. It's fucking.
I'm about to drink mine when this show over. I gotta drink my last one.
Everything Rick says just get worse and worse, bro.
It did, bro. I told him he had to say it, bro. He felt like.
So look, here we go.
Nah, bro, I got a vent, bro. Go ahead, Maul. Talk to coach and shit.
We got the Raiders. And you said somebody just went to the Raiders, right? Or was that the Vikings?
Vikings got O'Connell.
Went to the Raiders too. Raiders is who went to the Raiders?
I'm gonna go through the list. The Raiders, the Vikings, the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Broncos,
got Josh Daniels.
The Giants, and the Texans. Yeah, Josh Daniels. Okay, so it's only, for real, like I said, this coaching cycle just may not be it for him anyway. Like, he may just take a year off because you're not. The Texans it sounds good, right? But he will only go there for Deshaun, and Deshaun doesn't want to be in Houston. Like that, he doesn't want to be in Houston. So that's kind of different within itself. Let's see. The Broncos, did they get somebody? They didn't get nobody yet, did they?
No.
Broncos hired.
They got the dude Nathaniel Hackett from the Packers
from Green Bay.
Oh, bald head, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about A-Rod.
It's really. Did the Jags hire guy?
Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich?
They hired Leftwich, I thought.
No, they ain't hire him because
they ain't hire him yet.
I don't think so.
Okay.
They about to though.
You know what? It's because they interviewed that coach. What's his name? That white coach, the retread. It was the defensive coordinator. Vic Fangio. They hired. They didn't hire him, but they interviewed Vic Fangio.
They flew him in too.
Yeah, they interviewed Fangio
on my PJ. So it might have had.
Why are you getting PJ to Fangio?
They ain't had no fuel. There's a hose debacle, bro. I ain't even gonna get back into it. It get me frustrated every time I talk about it.
All right, bro.
All right. Okay. So that's it for today. We did have our quarterback, our Super Bowl topics, but I think it's a good place to leave with Brian Flores. Y'all got anything left? Because we'll bring the other topics in terms of the Super Bowl stuff.
Did y'all talk about the gym?
Y'all got any topics? Who?
Talk about what?
Oh, the gym.
To the point Maul was making earlier, I wanted to jump.
Oh, about Nick farting in the gym.
Yeah, Nick, you took over Ryan Road, bro. What's going on?
No, you want to know what's wild, bro? And I put this on my mother. I didn't fart in the gym, but somebody did fart near where we was at, and they kept trying to put it on me. And it was, and I was like,
"Bro, who
was you standing next
guilty?
to?"
No. It was me, Ryan,
these two girls,
and then these two girls over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
it was somebody in the closet. It was somebody in the little utility closet too, but I don't remember who it was.
It might have been cuz the white shirt who was doing the boxing, the white shirt cuz who was doing it.
The dude with the glasses. Nah,
not
Isaiah.
haircut.
Isaiah.
The older
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
He was in that junk too, and Kenny was over there by us because he was talking and shit. And I was
Damn,
like,
what if Isaiah did like a drive-by, bro?
No
hey,
bullshit.
he might.
Nigga said a drive-by, bro.
He might have, bro. And everybody was, and then I was like, because I was the first one to smell it. I was like, bro, hold up, bro, because I thought it was
He
Rod
said,
because they
"Wait,
be
I
saying.
thought it." I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Nah,
Because I was like,
I
they was
smelled
like
that
Rob.
junk too.
They said Rob been farting before, so I was like, bro, it had to be
yeah,
Rob.
definitely.
And
But
niggas start
Rob
looking.
was-
Niggas start looking at me. I'm like, oh, cuz.
Everybody in
Nigga.
the gym know I tell niggas when I fart. No problem.
Yeah, and that's what I.
That's
what I said.
cap because he did it today and I had to bring it up.
And I.
Nigga, you asked me, and when you asked me what I say,
But was you gonna say something if I didn't ask?
Rob went to
If you
Rob,
walked up,
hey,
some air bubbles, bro. Y'all smell
Rob
that?
went to the bathroom like
Air
4
bubbles.
times to go fart today, bro.
Half the time, what you don't know is you're lying. That's one thing. The second thing is I went to the bathroom to blow my nose. I only went to the bathroom one time to make sure I ain't, you know what I'm saying, get y'all out the way right quick. But other than that, I'm cool.
But nah, bro. And
I think we need to take this offline.
And-
We need to take this off. We need to take this offline.
Smell nothing.
Yeah, go ahead, Maul. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So listen, man. If y'all made it this far, please give us a like, subscribe. If you're listening on the podcast, give us a rate, review, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had one in a little minute, especially on the podcast platforms. But help us out, give us a little feedback, man. Get the people hip to what we got going on Trapper Dive. The fellas will be back next week, next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then Washington football side of Trapper Dive will be back tomorrow to discuss everything with the name brand, the new brand, and then also we will be talking to a Tagalog Boba. In his situation in Miami. So pray for me as I have to pronounce. Pray for me because I have to pronounce Tua Tagovailoa tomorrow, and I'm going to practice tomorrow morning. So yeah. With that being said, we out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all evening, enjoy y'all day, all that good stuff.
Nah, bro, don't do that.
Next week.
Don't do that, bro.
Peace.
It didn't look crazy like you usually do. Be like this.
Yeah.